Hello guys, welcome back to our final part of our three-part lesson. So today is part 3. We're going to be learning about line segments. But before we do that, I want to just quickly review what you've already learned about lines and rays. So remember that a line has 2 arrows, one on each side, which means that they go on indefinitely in either direction, forever in either direction. And when we name a line that has 2 points, we can call it line BC, or we could also call it line CB, or we can write it as a symbol, as a line, a small line with 2 arrows, and it could be BC or it could be CB. Then we have rays, and rays are different than lines because they have a end point where they begin, and then they have an arrow and they go on forever, but only in one direction. So to name a ray, we write ray, and then we have to always write the end point first. So it has to be ray BC. It cannot be ray CB. It has to be B first, then C. Or we can write it as a symbol, draw the little ray, and underneath write BC. Okay. Today, for part 3, we are learning about line segments. So right here is a line segment. And as you can see, it's kind of a combination of what you've already seen with lines and with rays. A line segment has 2 endpoints, one on either side. So there's a point on either side. That means that the line does not go on forever. This is just a part of a line. So the line is only as long as its endpoint. So it would only be about that long from here to here. Line segments can be drawn as different sizes. So this one would be this big, this one would be this big. This line segment would be larger here. So they can be drawn differently as different sizes. So let me read you the definition of a line segment and then we'll discuss naming them. A line segment has 2 endpoints. It is a straight path between 2 points that does not go on forever in any direction. It is only the length of its 2 endpoints. So like I already showed you, it's only the length of the 2 endpoints. It does not go on forever in either direction. So when you are naming a line segment, it's very similar to lines, but instead of saying line, you would say line segment and then line segment AB or line segment BA. It doesn't matter which direction you write it. It's just like a line. You could write it either way. For the symbol, this is the symbol for line segment, just a straight little line. And then you could write AB or BA. So that's how we name line segments. All right, let's practice 2 examples together. And then you guys can get to work reviewing your tool and doing your Google form questions. All right, so let me draw 2 line segments for us to practice with. Here's line D, E. Okay, so let's look at the first one. I have line segment and it's labeled Y and Z. So first I can write it in words. I name what it is. It's a line segment. So I'll write line segment. And then YZ, or I could also say line segment ZY. It's just like a line. It doesn't matter which direction you put it. Or I can write it as a symbol, the second way. The symbol is just a straight line. Then I can write YZ, or what's the other way I can write it? Right, I can make my line and do ZY. So that's how I would write the line segment for this example, either line segment YZ or line segment ZY or YZ or ZY. Let's look at the next one. Okay, DE or ED, right? So line segment and then either DE or ED, or the second way, using symbol, draw my line, DE or ED. Okay, so remember that it's almost exactly like how you write it for a line, only you have to say line segment and your symbol will be different. Okay, so like I said, review your tool and then answer your Google form questions. All right, good job, guys.